Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Lean Global Connection and our session. I'm Nezih Soydan from Lean Institute, Turkey. In this session, my friend Lean Sensei, Cevdet Özdoğan, will be with you. Cevdet is the Vice President of Lean Institute, Turkey, and Executive Committee member of Lean Global Network as well. Many companies, institutions, implement lean transformation, but how lean they were at the beginning of their journey and how much they improved themselves in many dimensions of lean transformation. A lean assessment tool to guide and measure our lean efforts can be so valuable for all of us. Now let's hear the details from Cevdet.
Yeah, just a second. Okay, I will share my screen. Is okay? Is it visible?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. So we will talk here the lean company, total lean company assessment here. Actually, you know that in the lean thinking, actually the purpose, the methodology, and what do we do in the lean thinking? We make all problems visible and develop people to solve the problems and continues to repeat the cycle. As saying it seems to be very easy, but in actually, in reality, is it so easy? It's difficult for the companies who have the culture of no problem, big problem culture. If they don't have this culture, it's very difficult to see the problems. Or it's like if the company doesn't have the culture of Hansei, a kind of self-reflection culture, it's difficult to make the problem visible for themselves. And another way is that management level owning and solving the problems is also very critical to make this lean thinking in more applicable in every areas. Yes, it goes slow. I don't know why. I have a problem with slide change. I don't know why. Yes, in the main pillars of two main pillars of Toyota Way, as you know, that first pillar is the continuous improvement, and second is respect for people. In continuous improvement pillar, we do challenging targets and continuous improvement with Kaizen thinking and Genchi Genbutsu. So this makes it actually is every level problem solving. So what does mean every level problem solving? In the Gemba level, we see the non-value added operations, some waste and muda, we have to eliminate with many Kaizen activities. But at the same time, if these problems are repeating, or even we know the solution, but it's repeat continuously, it means that there's a system problem. Or if your organizations are not good in problem solving, it's again a system problem. So that's why the middle management level, the manager level, we generally try to solve the system problems. But in the same way, at the top management level, we have to solve the problems. So what are they? In top management level, we generally solve the strategic problems, directional problems. If the direction that we are going on, if not correct, is top management level should solve the problem. And some management problems over the system problems. So in order to solve this kind of problems, actually, the problem solving main requirements of the problem solving should be visible. So what are they? We say 4S is the problem solution of the problems. So generally everybody focus on the second S, which is solving the problem. But first S is more critical, which is seeing the problem. Because if we don't see the problem, we are not able to solve it. So that's why even the lean transformation, we try to create a culture to see the problems, to be aware of the problems. So that's why we try to change this basic thinking and culture to be aware of the problems and seeing the problems. So how the organizations can see system problems or strategical problems, especially for top management level solutions. So one of them is gaps from the Hoshin targets. If there are big gaps from your Hoshin targets, or if you have continuously recurring problems, then you can think about there's a big system problems and try to solve them. to be aware of the problems. And second way is that business process mapping, a kind of value stream mapping or material and information flow diagrams, comparing the holistic picture with your vision, which the place that you would like to go. And the gaps is a big problem that you have to solve. Another one is that today's subject, assessing your current condition level with the ideal condition. So according to the ideal level, where are you today? That's why when you assess your current condition with an expert eye, you can understand that you have the problems or not. Of course, when you talk about the assessment, there's a misunderstanding between the auditing and the assessing the problems. Actually, we talk about the company assessment, not auditing. What are the differences? In audit, generally we check yes or no type of control according to the checklist. But in assessment, effectiveness of checking, the guide to next level, and create a kind of awareness. So in the assessment, the critical thing is that what the assessor is seeing is important, but not the key thing. If the assessor cannot make people understand, there is a really big gap, what it should be. If people are aware of it, then assessment is going on a correct way. So that's why let's go closely to the lean assessment purpose. In the assessment, we don't judge lean tool applications as good or bad, as exist or doesn't exist. It's a kind of evaluation of current condition and shows what is the next step and what is required to go there and why is it important. It doesn't include how to do, but it includes clearly what to do to reach to next level. So even you are satisfied with your current condition of today, it helps you to see where are you according to global benchmarks and creates awareness and questioning about the current condition. This is an important purpose and start. Especially big organizations, sometimes they have very much self-confident about the current levels. It's difficult to make them understand. They are very much satisfied with their current condition and they say we are in good level. So in the assessment, we try to make them aware what are the gaps and which areas that they need to improve and what is the best in class in this level. So that's why from this perspective, lean assessment is a kind of health checkup. Normally, all of us, we go to yearly health checkup. And in the health checkup in the hospital, the doctors gives you some suggestions to improve your current health level based on some evaluations, some data, and some facts. And they explain you what happens if you don't apply the doctor's suggestions. So when you go out from the doctor, you have two options. You can follow the doctor's direction, or you can go to your own direction. It's up to you. It's in the same way in the assessment. So in the assessment, if we go from this way, as I say, most of the global organizations, they have their self-programs for operational excellency. But even they have their own evaluations, audit systems. Sometimes they need to standardize and harmonize a kind of understanding and make their level better way. So generally, this is a big practice that we are having it. Sometimes when we see the global organizations, when we go to different plants, different levels, we understand their level much more than they are because they have some plants have good in some areas, another plant is good in other areas. So then assessment helps you a kind of standardization, harmonization of the lean applications, and sometimes challenging and convinced to challenge their organizations and need an expert eye to evaluate their current level as strong points and need to develop areas, especially if they are looking and auditing, if they are living in this organization long years, they have difficulty in seeing the problems as with the global benchmarks, what it should be in a lean perspective correctly. So this is even valid for Toyota. So in the lean world, Toyota is our maybe the focus points. We try to go there, but even in Toyota, they do a kind of worldwide, a kind of assessments. Toyota also developed systematics called PMR, Plant Management Requirements. And they have MUST systems, Management Quality Advancement System. So these kind of methodologies, even in Toyota, they try to challenge their level to go in a better level. So in our assessments, it's a kind of systemized version of TPM, TPS, and some other evaluations. And it doesn't assess the leanness level at only operations. It assesses the leanness level at company-wide, including HR, product development, sales, accounting, purchasing, etc. So this is just an example of how Toyota Way is doing the PMR, Plant Management Requirements methodology. And in the total company assessments, I will go through the steps, and we create a kind of rudder chart, your current level, with different dimensions. So we have 30 main dimensions, and I will go through quickly these points. The first one is the most critical one is the management commitment and support. We try to understand how management commitment and support is going on. Another one is organization and HR, continuous improvement levels and methodologies, and how is the continuous improvement systems, trainings, people development and leader development, and how the teamwork is working in the company. Even the 5S level, safety and ergonomy, environmental and energy management systems in a lean way. Customer value and value management is also another approach that we need to evaluate. And the 11th one is the alignment, how the organization is aligned to the same purpose, the Hoshin applications, and the performance management system, and overall problem-solving skill level, methods, status, and thinking way. Standard work, standardized work applications. Visual management is overall visual management systems, building quality, continuous flow, full systems, daily management, and leaders, standard work applications, loss determination and management, autonomous maintenance, plant maintenance, early equipment management, a kind of management TPM systems, and the cost management, project and time management, how companies managing their projects and times, utilization, and lean product and process development is also part of the assessment. And all lean application support functions and purchasing, lean purchasing systematic, even meeting and reporting system, inventory and stock management, and strategic planning and Hoshin management is a part of the total assessment as well. So how do we do the process? The assessment can be applied as a whole company or only operational or production functions. And it can take 3 to 5 days according to plant size and level. And it is a result, it gives 2 types of reports. A score report showing the status over 5 from these 30 major headings and 380 sub-elements. A written report showing good things to continue and mainly need to develop areas and what needs to be done to reach the next level. And we suggest this assessment should be done preferably once a year. And this is a kind of summary report, as a report examples, just a written report showing what is good, what needs to be done. And this is some of the score report in detail, 380 sub-elements. And of course, during this evaluation, we have a detailed criteria of each 380 sub-elements from 1 to 5, what is the requirements, what it should be done. So as a result, the advantages of the assessment, management can have a chance to see and understand the gaps and opportunities and decide the problems and priorities to be solved. And management can compare the gaps with the needs and best in class to decide the priorities. And when a target condition is defined, reaching to that level, to next level, it can be an opportunity for developing people as well. So this study is not only an evaluation system, also it helps a kind of calibration, harmonization of the worldwide organizations. Some customers have 20, 30 plants, 10 plants. How they be aligned with each other to make one company as sharing the best? But some requirements are some necessaries. One of them is that first everybody should be agreed with the problems to solve and try to develop the eye. And performance management system should not be only result-oriented. Process to reach the result should be supported as well. We need to eliminate the fear, solve the problems, and developing people. So this is the whole company assessment, and also we have some different type of assessments. We can make a full company or only the plant operation side assessments. For example, one organization has many plants. We do the plant operational assessments, and this, in the center we have the full company assessments. Or this assessment can be converted only TPM type of assessments, and it can be not only the production companies. We have also versions for such as mining, service, logistics centers, even MRO process. And sometimes it may require some subject-based assessments, like only for maintenance, like for purchasing, a kind of human resources, warehouse, or planning, or just product development assessments. So these are some examples of showing the focus assessment, like only the planning and logistic examples, some purchasing assessment point, some product development and new product introduction assessments, and a kind of maintenance systems. So who are applying today and what are our references? Shortly talk about it. Actually, this we continue with the 10 years in some Boeing and Airbus suppliers, the Fokker technology, GKN Aerospace in many plants in the worldwide. And now today is going on with the 13 plants of Visteon in 4 continents, from Portugal to Tunisia, Thailand to India, Mexico to Brazil, China to Japan. And Odelo Group is also continuing from Bulgaria, China, Slovenia, Turkey, many areas. And it has many applications in Turkey with many companies, global or local companies. This is in general, I don't know. So we can say that, do you really wonder what is your company and plant status at Lean applications? You can contact with us. So this is the general presentation. I don't know if you have the questions. We have limited time, but I try to answer as much as possible. Yes, Nezi.
Okay. Thank you, Cevdet, for sharing. I also want to thank all of you for your participation, and hope to see you in another events. Bye.